here at this point 35 years, but at the time I started the firm it was nearly 30. I had worked at multiple big law firms, and all of them had the same kind of systemic issues. There were places that women just were not necessarily thriving and highly competitive and weren't all that satisfying.
What I will say about Grayson Law is the culture here is a very much an open door culture, but it's also a culture that is founded on the basis of inclusion. And that is something I think that is fundamentally different about the model of this firm versus the model of the traditional private law firm. And when I say a model of inclusion, I mean like if you're working hard here and you define your practice and you pursue, clients, then it is a structure where you can do that successfully and there's not this additional layer of politics.
So I've worked for the firm for 6 months now. I joined back in May. I've had several jobs in smaller organizations and larger ones, and what makes the firm so special is the mission here at the firm, which is advocating for especially women in the legal profession.
So in a traditional law firm setting, people compete for credit over clients, and it's called origination credit. And lots of firms are changing that now and looking at different models, but historically, whoever brought in clients got credit, and that credit was the single biggest indicator of how much money you'd make and how much power you'd have in the law firm. And I wanted to take that out of the mix, eliminate origination credit. In other words, not reward or compensate people for that, so that people were not competing for clients. Instead, they were working as a team to get clients.
I have worked at 4 other major AmLaw 100 firms before deciding to co-found Grayson Law with Fran. And I can say that this environment that we've created is unlike any other, especially just from a collegial and team working environment. That's not something that you traditionally see in law firms. They're usually very siloed. Departments usually don't help each other. Staff usually don't help attorneys. There's really just not a team-centric mindset, and that's the best thing that we have about Grayson.
A huge thing at the firm is being surrounded by a group of women who are incredibly ambitious, but also at the same time someone that you'd want to come to who will support you and be the legal counsel that is not just, that is your friend as well.
What I wanted to create was a culture in which every lawyer could reach her full potential, whatever that was for her. So if that meant you had to take care of aging parents, or you had childcare issues, or you needed flexibility, you still could be successful, and those other obligations wouldn't prevent you from being successful. We are a brand as Grayson Law, and each person here isn't a brand in herself, so that it's like almost like a corporation with lots of different subsidiaries. I want each person to build her brand so that if something happens to me, or we lose the kind of work they want to do, or they want to move to another part of the country, whatever it is, they're a brand that they can sell. And that's how I empower them, by training people from the very moment they come in the door, whether they come as a law student or they come as a senior lawyer. If they haven't already built a brand and don't know how to stand on their own feet and get business and serve clients in that way, we try to train people so that every person is a brand.
Knowing that our vision is coming to fruition has just been really exciting.